Hello, guys. Welcome in everyone to our live stream. For the past couple of weeks, we've been, transferring our live streams and moving dates around. That's just because of my work right now. Sometimes I'm not being I can't be very flexible with timing as I was before. We contributed 100% of the time to the project. Now, since unfortunately, I had to go to work, we are going to be moving dates here and there. But obviously, every time we do so, we're going to notify everyone that the stream or the meeting is going to be moved. That being said, I wanted to share some news that happened over the last couple of weeks from the last time we spoke with you guys about the project, about the development. I do see, people in the chats asking about updates and stuff. I've been saying before, right now, not comparing us to anybody else. Different projects are working differently, have different goals and capabilities of doing certain things. Talking about grant time, we are obviously are being a little slower right now at this time of the year. During the right now we keep building though. We are not stopping on the programming side of it. The community side is a little bit down, which is understandable because it's been quite a bit of time since we are able to do tasks now, and sometimes even when the tasks are out there and we can perform that work, there are certain bugs here and there that we're still fixing, which is in our situation it is understandable. The reason why is because the team that we have and the structure of work planned in Grand Time is not supported by outside finances at all. It's all that we can do and can provide as founders. Money wise, obviously we would be able to hire more people, to do certain actions. But as of right now, since before we raised, we can't do what we can do. And if the community, some of the community members, I really appreciate, for being very active. There are different language groups, there are different chats, and some of them are a lot more active than others, which is totally understandable. And I do want to appreciate people that are, even at this time when we cannot perform tasks or do certain things, are still being active in chats, coming out with ideas, talking to me. There are people like that in our English speaking group as well, that talk to me constantly, offering going to different conferences, organizing events and stuff. So everything like that is supported. All the new ideas are supported. It's just a matter of whether we can or cannot do certain things today. Okay, so that's just a little overview of the situation. Overall, I think we're doing just fine because we're still, in the same contact with potential investors for the project, and there are funds that are looking at us and tracking our development. There is a lot of things that can be tracked within the code of the platform rather than updates like events or anything like that, in the chats for the community today. Obviously, because before the community can do certain things and start earning, everything has to work, and the platform has to get funded in order to provide incentives. So talking about that, about the development itself, we are doing just fine. And the reason why I say that today is because I wanted to share that I had a pleasure visiting Apanis Capital and One Piece Labs yesterday. If you guys remember, this is an incubator that we participated in with Grand Time, and actually in their two batches, and they're going to have another batch in August, I believe. And Honest Capital is the main fund that One Piece Labs belongs to, and they're a very big fund. They're at $200 million. had more than 400 investments in absolutely different segments of business, starting from Web 2, regular world businesses, and Web 3 companies as well. And they have been very active until 2023, even the middle of 2022, I would say. And then, the investment prices went down, but it's all understandable. We all knew that this is going to happen, especially after the different situations. There are startups that are still getting funded here and there, but on more of a later stages, from what I see right now. And so, talking about that, yesterday I visited them. I had a break at work, and the office of Apanas Capital is literally 5 minutes away from the office where I work. So I just went there, just to say hi to guys, to some people that I know, and we did have a very good conversation. Obviously, they all remember me. They all remember our project, and are in communication with whether via email and text messages and stuff all the time. But face to face conversation is always better. So we spoke with Dafu. This is actually one of the guys that was on our previous live stream, with where there were two people from Apanas Capital, if you guys remember. So I spoke to him, and he said that One Piece Labs partnered up with Say network. I think it's called Say Blockchain or something like that. So it's a pretty big company now. They just another thing that definitely want to share. So Say founders were about to close their project last year, because they were doing the same thing. They were funding their own project themselves. It was a pretty small team of founders. I think one of them was a developer, and one of them was more of a strategic partner, and it just wasn't going well. And long story short, uh, when they were thinking that they were going to get close, they got funded, and I think they got funded for over $30 million, with from different lead investors in space. Some of them are companies like Coinbase, exchange, and some other very well known brands that got into their startup and invested in them, which is great, and it just gives me the understanding that it's all gonna happen to us as well. It's just a matter of time and when that will happen. Are we passionate enough? Are we patient enough, or not to to wait for that situation or not? I am. No matter what happens, or no matter what obstacles we're going to be facing, obviously we're not going to stop or think of closing the business. But community wise, like I said, there are a lot of people that are have the same mindset as me, and are being very active. And so talking after talking to Dafu, he said that it would be a very good idea if we talk to founders of Say, and One Piece Labs can organize a meeting for me and them within a month or so, so we can discuss the possible cooperation, and if we can work together, because Say is a blockchain, and they are looking for good and interesting projects to be on their chain, and bring more users and bring interesting projects, create new interesting projects and stuff. And our idea is as I understand, something that they're looking for. And they do fund projects to build on their chain as well. I don't really know how that can work out with us, because we have already built a token on Polygon, and you know, uh, and people have been earning all this time. So even hypothetically, even if we do so, obviously users are not going to lose anything, and we're going to reimburse. But it's just a conversation as of right now. We're just getting to know each other, and I'm really glad we do. The reason why is because now they are pretty well known in space, and they do have not just connections or contact information or conversations with different funds, but they already got funded. So there is a trust, and if we, are good enough and our project is interested enough, I think there is a very high chance that we can somehow start working together or get referred to people that we need to talk to in order to be able to provide, in order to be able to continue building faster and better than we currently do. So these are the news that I have from from the standpoint of about grant time and what we're doing and what obstacles we have and what good news we have. Other than that, I am still working where I'm working. If somebody missed a live stream before, I did say that I had to start working for a company in Bay Area, and the reason why I did that is because I wanted to stay in Bay Area and also be able to continue sponsoring, because business that we have in Chicago is basically starting to be not enough in order to support the project, because we're adding new ideas, need to hire more people, and obviously finances is something that is needed for that. So we had to start working as well as running two businesses at this point. So yeah, so there nothing new on that. Still working, still spending a lot of time on the project constantly every day after work, after or before, sometimes night times, but that's all good. As long as we like what we're doing, there's no you don't really look at time. So I'm cool with that. Still a lot of energy, a lot of new ideas, and connections as well. Also continue to attend events in Bay Area, meeting new people. So overall, everything is going good, and just a matter of time at this point. We're continuing doing to what we're doing and reaching out to people and getting feedbacks. And I'm sure that with the situation with market right now, I do see that it gives us signs that it will start going up soon. If you guys remember, in the beginning of summer, everybody was talking about, okay, bull run started, everything's going up, blah blah blah, and people were hyped about crypto, and then it kind of started to go down again. And I was getting messages in chats and in personal DMs like, you were talking about the market going down and now it goes up. Why there's no difference? The reason why is because it wasn't a firm bull market, and we can see now by the in this summer, we can see already that it started to go down a little bit more. So while the graphics are fluctuating a little bit, still, the activeness of funds are targeted to bigger companies that are on our other stages, like Series A, Series B, or even seed rounds. On pre-seed stages, there's still a little bit of hold. But once we do see a firm, steady line going up on our graphics on exchanges, that's when we know that the situation got a lot better. So that's really all I wanted to share with you guys today. I know that Olga is with us today, so if we do have questions in the chat, I'd be more than happy to answer them. Olga, do we have any?
Yes, we have. I see one question. This question from Tatiana comes from Tatiana. Hello, Rafael. Please tell me how investors are reacting to the Grand Time project now. After all, there is a full setup of the platform, which means time. Is there a willingness to wait? Thank you.
Yes, great question. I think I partially covered it before during the stream. So the investors that we have, not the investors that paid anything, but investors that we're in contact with, and they're looking at our progress and tracking our progress all the time. With them, there's definitely an interest, and I don't see any negative feedbacks on our work so far, which is a good thing. So we're constantly talking to them, telling them what updates we have platform wise, community wise, and everything. And we're being straightforward and saying that if we see like less activeness in the community, we do say that, and we provide statistics as well. If there's a certain progress on the work itself of the platform, we do submit information on it as well, and share the updates. On the investor side, it's all understandable. They are on the same page with us. They understand what we're doing, and they're waiting for the better time as well, investment wise. But in terms of codes and our work, I think we're looking good, which is, I'm happy about that, because if we had an issue with that, then there would be an issue with the whole thing, with the whole project. But since we are showing that we're doing okay, development wise, they're still in contact with us, and they're still saying that, they're asking for updates all the time. That way they can track what we do and what we're capable of. That way, when the market is in a better condition, it would be kind of like a no-brainer to invest in us. So that hopefully that answers the question that was asked.
Mhm. Thank you.
Do we have any more questions today?
Yeah, yeah. The next question comes from Lubov. Hey, Rafael, are there many English-speaking project participants working on the platform?
Olga, I have a hard time hearing you. It seems like the speaker is far away. Can you repeat the question, please?
Of course. Are there many English-speaking project participants working on the platform?
So yeah, we do have a pretty
Okay.
large community in our chats and registered people. Activeness wise, not so much. So currently, the English speaking community is not being as active as other language groups. But that is, I don't look at it as something bad. It's not that we have lost those people, because different people have different mindsets, and different communities have different mindsets. So for English speaking community, it is a lot more important to have tasks to do constantly, so that way token can be earned all the time. And this is the primarily focus of the community, of the English speaking community, which is mostly African regions. For other communities, if we talk about Russian speaking communities or other countries, a lot of people are doing or creating work within the chats between each other, that they can do in order to pump up the activeness of other community, of their language groups, basically. So different communities are different. We are an I would say an open space platform, where each and every member can offer something that they can do to to improve something, whether it relates to the community activeness or the platform itself. Let's say, as an example, one of our participants in Russian speaking language group learned how to do designs, like graphic designs for the platform, and he's now offered us that he can help with designing the platform, new designs for the platform, for the tokens, and we accepted the offer, and he's now doing more work and involving other people from the same language group to help him out. So there's always things that can be created by the community itself, or by the community member, that we will definitely look at and listen to, and decide whether it is going to be relevant for the project or not. So in this case, obviously we said yes, and this person is starting to create new designs for Grand Time platform. And there could be numerous of things, other things that can be done, and the ideas that are welcomed from us, and it's all up to the members, whether whether the participants wants to do something, or they just want to wait for the tasks to show up on platform. Either or is fine. Is just basically up to the person. Again, answering the question, English speaking community is being less active currently, but other language groups, or some of the language groups, are being more active when there is a downside of the platform and the availability of tasks. So hopefully that answers the question. And also, by answering this question, I am incentivizing the community members in English speaking groups to come up with ideas of what we can be helpful with, for fun. Not that you're gonna do it as work, but something that you can help with, and you feel like you can do it or you want to do it. Please reach out to me and let me know. If it has to do with sponsoring events or anything like that, as of right now, we are not going to be doing any events because it just doesn't make sense to create and sponsor new events, because we want to make sure that the 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 workplace itself, the platform, is fully functioning. That way we can have new people come in, because if we bring new people in and something's not working, it just causes misunderstanding and lack of confidence in the project. So we're currently not doing that, but we're definitely will resume everything that we did last summer once we're in good standing. So please, think of what you are good at, uh, and and offer me that. Just text me, DM me, say they have an idea, and I'm going to be more than happy to discuss that and think of what amounts of tokens can be provided for certain actions. Thank you for your question. That was a good question. Do we have any more questions today?
No, there are no any questions.
No. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Thank you guys for showing up, for asking questions. I really appreciate that. Please do not forget that tomorrow we have a meeting with our admins at the same time. So please be there. We'll discuss some new options for the development and activeness, and yeah, so that should be it for today. If anybody that heard today's live stream will think of or has any ideas of the offering of their service, I would say, on certain things, please, I'm open. Reach out to me. I'll answer the questions, or we can sit down and talk about your idea. So thank you guys very much. Thank you, Olga, for being here. Elena as well. And I'll see you everybody the week after next. And I will see my admins tomorrow at the same time as today's live stream. Thank you guys, and have a great rest of your day, everyone. Bye bye.